And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Raiders taking on the Tigers. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. On the hill here today, Cade Povich. And for some reason, he's not quite as effective here in front of his home crowd, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and the fans are well aware of that. For him, he's got to just not press and go out there and say, hey, I'm just treating this like any start. Home, on the road, it doesn't matter. My job is to focus on that catcher's mitt, attack hitters, and just try to move through a ball game. So if he can find that kind of focus, doesn't matter where he's pitching because he has good enough stuff to go out there and win a ball game.
And a foul ball. Next offering is down low. And the sweeper misses. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Oswald Peraza now at the plate. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and he held back according to Ricky Halladay. Fights it off, he'll see another. 1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ground ball right side. Callahan steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. On to the bottom of the first. No score. And we're back. And on the hill, Kumar Rocker. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
And the right-hander deals. A little bit high. Ball 2. Rocker with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Drops one down in front of the plate. And foul ball.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
On the ground, right side. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Samuel Basallo.
And Boog, he's their team leader in home runs, so you know the pitchers on that other side, man, they took a lot of time preparing for him in that pregame meeting. You know, he's got a lot of pop, and it's real pop. It's not fluky at all. He can absolutely change the outlook of a game very quickly, so watch out when he steps in.
2 outs, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. That missed by a lot. And the count's even at 2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back. And that ball is gone. Home run number 15 on the year. It's 1-0. He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Austin Callahan. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, and now the first baseman, number 85. Next pitch misses way outside. That one missed. Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Swing and a ball popped up wisely. 2 down. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
2 down, nobody on. Back to the mound. He's got it. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. So here's Brown at the plate. Brown with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Here's the center fielder, Vance Honeycutt. 1 down, base is empty. Just missed. Here's a 2-1. Popped foul out of play off to the right. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Headed down the line. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now here is Rafael Marchand. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but now this one is hammered way back there, on its way and gone, and we are tied. He sends a rocket to left. His 9th homer of the year. It's 1-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Castillo digs in now. Hot shot to third. Throws to first in time. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Batting up, the center fielder, number 2, Tyler.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the left fielder. And that one is lifted in the air. Pulls it in on the run. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So digging in, Oswald Peraza. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. There's a ball. Safe at second, and that was not close. Tied up here in the early going.
Ball.
This one in the dirt.
3 balls, 1 strike.
To third. Tag. Got him. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Brett Wisely will hit next. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Count full.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
And next is the designated hitter, Enrique Bradfield Jr. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn 2, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get 2 and end up with nothing.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on.
Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Watch out, that one sails on it. And now a man into scoring position. Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of the 3rd. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And misses inside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Two outs. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting, catcher, Samuel Basallo.
Here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. First and second, 2 down. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Popped up. Walcott on his way over. Brings it in. And that is the inning. We played 3 full innings, and we're tied at 1. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Now it's the DH, Oliver Minoso. Next pitch misses, 2-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Ripped to right. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bobby Malik.
And here's the first baseman. Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike. And it's even up.
Ball 2.
Swing and a ground ball. Whips it across. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Tied 1-1. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Austin Callahan. And a strike. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now the center fielder, Vance Honeycutt. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Just misses. And it's 2-2. Action in the pen down there. Zach Thompson up and throwing. Number 81 getting loose as well. The next offering misses, and it's 3-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now the right fielder, Martinez. 2-1 now. Up the middle. Peraza fires over to first. And that's the inning. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here's a 1-2. Just missed. That one down the line, and that's just foul.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
This one high in the air to left center. Brown hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now it's the shortstop, Sebastian Walcott. One now. Swings through that one for strike 2.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Makes the grab on the run, and there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Halfway home. All even. 1 apiece.
Now pitching.
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Zach Thompson.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Rivera.
Pitch misses inside. And a count 2-1.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Now it's the second baseman, Brett Wisely. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2. Rivera gets his lead at first with nobody out. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one.
Out.
Relay to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Next is the designated hitter, Enrique Bradfield Jr. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Castillo.
For Texas, the third baseman, number 3.
That's down and in. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Johnny Rodriguez, the left-hander, up and throwing. Bird also getting ready. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's in the dirt. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Tyler Freeman, the next to hit. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the runner holds.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Now the left fielder. Runner takes off on the ground right side, and it's through for a hit. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 2-1.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Cade Povich gives way. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm. Number 29 gets the ball now.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
One down, runner at first. Here's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza. Runner takes off, pitches high. Throw, safe. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch, perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Oliver Minoso.
And now the DH, Oliver Minoso.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Out to short. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Bottom of the 6th, and the batter will be the shortstop, number 32. This one in the air, right field. Drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Now batting, the catcher, Samuel.
Now the catcher up to hit, Samuel Basallo.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Now a slow roller to second. Peraza. Throw to first in time.
Now batting, first baseman,
Austin Callahan getting ready to hit. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's the left fielder, Seth Brown. That's off the inside corner. 2-1.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning coming up. The Raiders have the lead, 2-1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Johnny Rodriguez.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And now the first baseman.
For the Raiders, the first baseman, Abimelech Ortiz.
There's a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Santana digs in now. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner at second, nobody out. This one popped up. As this one sized up. And it's caught for the out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Sebastian Walcott. 1 out and a runner at second. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's through there for a strike. It's 2-2. Up the middle, wisely. Throw to first in time.
The catcher, number 13, Rafael Marchand.
Here's the catcher to hit, Rafael Marchand. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Well done. Drives in the run. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
2 outs, runner on first. Here's the third baseman, Castillo. Smash to the left side. They take the force out, third out, and that ends the frame. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, and this is now a 3-1 ball game. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Ryan Fernandez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That misses, and a count 2-1. And that's a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Full count.
And there's ball 4.
That's up.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now batting, number
Martinez, the next to hit. His righty-lefty splits there. With the tying run at the plate, here at the bottom of the 7th. Grounder might be 2. 1 at second, back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Emmanuel Rivera will hit next. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it across. That's out number 3. And we're back. We go to the 8th. Now it's going to be Tyler Freeman. On the ground. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, the left fielder, Yossi Galan.
Now the left fielder. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Good job to fight that one off. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
The batter, the second baseman, Oswald.
Next to hit, Oswald Peraza. Now snap throw to first, and he just got his hand in there. In the dirt.
Ball 3.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Runner on the go. And they'll do it again. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
2 on, 1 out. Minoso getting ready to hit.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Ground ball could be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. And that's 2. So 1 hit is all they get. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Raiders have the advantage 3-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Eli Morgan.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Now it's the second baseman, Brett Wisely.
The second baseman, Brett Wisely.
In the air, center field. Freeman sizes this one up, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Enrique.
So now here's the DH, Enrique Bradfield Jr. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Now the number 2 hitter. Tying run at the plate. Just missed.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
The tying run at the plate. High fly ball out to center field. Freeman. Out, number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Samuel Basallo.
So up next, Samuel Basallo.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
And that's outside. And it's 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Belly just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And now it's filled up. Austin Callahan in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. In the air, out towards left center. Squeezes it. And that is the third out of the inning. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 63.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here's the first baseman.
For the Raiders, the first baseman, Abimelech Ortiz.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Swings and misses. That's strike two. Movement in the bullpen. Number 31 up and loosening in the pen. Ward warming up as well. Right through there. Got him. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss. 3-2 down.
Full count. 3-2.
Struck him out without a swing. And he strikes out the side in the ninth. Nothing across here this half. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. The Raiders on top 3-1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Cole Winn.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Austin Callahan. And the next pitch is way outside. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Gassed it right by him.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
1 down, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here at the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Here's the center fielder. Throws to second for one. That's a double play. The ball game is over.
Way to make a pitch right there. Get that ball on the ground. Defense picking them up. Huge double play to end this ball game.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.